So yes, we use the very same concept, but that is in low resolution, whereby we say always we are compromising as Africans, always we will not involve ourselves to be in the decision-making room. So we're going to use the very same concept, but this time around it will be in high resolution. Another aspect of African time we are saying is to redefine true essence and meaning of success. The true meaning and essence of success. Whereby when you are saying that you are a successful person, what does it mean? Does it only mean that it comprises you have apartments, you are driving nice machines, you can travel all over the world, or you are sending your kids to study abroad? We are saying no, there's more to that. There is more to that, whereby your success in any other country that you could be is significantly impacting to the entire continent of Africa. Because this success that has been defined to us only for living and surviving. So we are not only here to live or to survive, we are here to significantly impact our nations and our continent, Africa. So, African Time is a non-profit organization. We are targeting the youth. Why? It's because in Africa, we are standing on a huge population of its youth, which is our opportunity as far as labor force is concerned. So if you want to transform and to change a nation, you target the number which is of huge population. And the African continent is a young continent with a median age of 19.5. That's a huge opportunity. So that's why we're saying we are targeting the youth, both in Africa and as well in diaspora. Are you following me reaching this far? Yes, so what we'll be doing? The first thing we are saying is to educate. The first thing we are saying is to educate. There is a need of enlightenment more than before amongst ourselves as African youths. There is a need of enlightenment amongst our South African youth to reclaim our roots and our identity. Because if we don't really know ourselves or what has caused the challenges that we are facing today, we'll end up not solving the right problem, or we end up bringing the right solutions but to a wrong problem. So there is a need of that enlightenment, whereby we say, you know things that I don't know. I know things that this person doesn't know. And another person knows the thing that we don't know. So what should they do? Let's educate ourselves. Because you can agree with me, each and everyone here, that you think the way you think because of a certain enlightenment that you've accumulated all this while. You present the way you present yourself. You see things the way you see because of a certain education. So we need to enlighten ourselves beyond academia. That's the education we are talking about. Oh yeah, we're going to get degrees, we're going to excel. But there is also education that it requires and that matters. The second thing we are talking of to identify. So what will be identified? We'll be identifying skills, talents, abilities, and strengths amongst ourselves. Yes, we see that amongst ourselves we have these possibilities, but it's not being actualized and manifesting in real time. I do take an example of myself. Oh yeah, at first I didn't know that I'm into leadership. You look, some other people who saw it in me, and they started exposing me to right materials of study, whom to follow, what to watch, and little did I know, I started doing the things that I couldn't do before. So this is also amongst ourselves. The others are into media, fashion, industrialization, technology, agriculture, academics, all these possibilities that we do have in Africa. It needs a platform to start actualizing it and manifesting it. So us as African Time, we'll be identifying these talents, possibilities, skills, and giving them the platform to say, you are aspiring into leadership. This is the way. Into business as an entrepreneur, this is the way. Into agriculture, into industrialization, into medical. In each and every segment or influence of spheres of influence, it will be worked, and we are not leaving anyone behind. The third thing, we are talking of to empower and inspire. Empower and inspire. So when we are talking to empower, we are saying that we need to say, you know what? Global Eye, we see what you are doing. You've got our support. Oh, you released the book, you are an author. We see what you are doing. You've got our support. So there is a need to empower, because even right now, we do have a lot of things in our own places, in our rooms, but we are lacking some kind of empowerment. To someone, it's just a word to say, you know what, you can do it. You know, I also once went through the same. You can also do it. So we need to be empowering each other as African youth. Who is going to come and empower us? So African Times will be empowering one another. So even we are saying that in empowering, we are taking, as we are saying, we are also in Africa. So someone from Ghana, someone from Uganda, someone from Libya, someone from Mali, someone from Mauritius, someone from Eswatini, someone from Botswana, someone from Nigeria, Liberia, Zimbabwe. We are empowering each other that, okay, so how are the other guys doing the very same thing that we are doing? And how about us who are in India doing it also the very same thing that other people are doing? For that case, I'm saying this because, guess what? Let's do statistics a little bit. We see that Africa, we are standing on the entire population at 1.6 billion. Guess what? How is it in India right now? Anyone knows the population of India? 1.4 billion, right? Yes. China, the same, 1.4 billion. So imagine countries like Togo, Eswatini, Lesotho. Even where I come from, Malawi, we are standing on the population of 22 million. Other countries are less 5 million. How would we even compete at the global market with that population of 22 million or less 5 million? Even though I can make it in Malawi with 22 million, that influence, it can't compete with the global market. Guess what? It's like a heavyweight competing with a lightweight. You are coming on negotiation table, someone is bringing 1.4 billion, you are coming with 20 million. Will that work? It won't. It won't. So we cannot start having a global conversation if we keep on doing it separately. So there's a need to empower each other to say, guys, we are together in this. And that's what we have started. In inspiration, you know, when these ladies and these gentlemen, they were talking here, I was getting inspired. That's what we are lacking in Africa. You know, one thing that we are not lacking in Africa, we are not lacking successful people. Oh yeah, we have a lot of successful people. But we are lacking those who can role model the way. I was talking with my friend, we were saying, do you know how they have created an atmosphere and environment in the US whereby a kid by the age of 11, 12 or 13, they already started thinking of being a pioneer of something. They've already started thinking of studying something. That's why we see the Mark Zuckerberg. By the age of 18, they're owning Facebook. But as in African context, we used to say life begins at 40. And even I couldn't be following about the governance or how things work. I thought I'm still young. I'm still in my early 20s. But this is the time because we are lacking the role model. So as we are saying, we are inspired to role model the way. To the thing that people, they think we start doing it at 30, us will be doing it at this age of 20. Celebrate yourself because you are part of this movement. So you are an inspiration. We have to role model the way. Our legacy, our gens here, we have to role model the way. We are lacking role models in Africa. Another thing, as African time, one of our pillars we are taking is to organize and mobilize ourselves. To mobilize and organize ourselves. Also, more than ever before, we need to mobilize ourselves as Africans, youths. This has been the story all since long. From the time 1963 they were coming up with African Organization Union. Their language was the same, to come together, to unite, to mobilize. So this is the case of us doing things separate, that's what has kept us to be where we are today. So we need to organize ourselves in different spheres of influence to say, if I want to get copper, I'm getting it from Zambia. And we all have the same voice. We can different languages, but having the same what? The same voice. If I want to get cocoa, I'm getting it in Ghana. If I want this thing, you find it in Mauritius. So we need to mobilize and organize ourselves. So that's why we'll be going to universities, in high schools, to bring the same message. And finally, we are saying that we are enhancing, initiating, and fostering the spirit to serve Africa, not only being served. Yes, to serve Africa, not only be served, with a collaborative ideologies and actions. Yes, it's a collaborative ideologies and what? And actions. So each and every one of us, we are not just supporters. I saw this other person was talking to me like, oh, wow, I'm seeing what you guys are doing. This is nice. And he was grabbing hands. I'm like, no. We don't want you people to grab hands for us. We say, don't be a supporter from afar. Be an active participant. We need workers. We need laborers, not people who just, oh, wow, you are doing a nice thing. Let's come. Let's have a collaborative ideologies and action. Because we all have a common goal. We all have a common goal. So we launched it on our online YouTube channel. That was on 1st of January 2026. And it was amazing and overwhelming in the very first 12 hours after launching African Time. Because with our team, we're receiving calls, emails, texts from people all over the world. Until this other time that we received a call from a lecturer who is lecturing in Liberia. So he called us, like, I watched the video on YouTube. I was at work that time and now I'm home. I just got inspired. I really love the idea saying this is African time. Indeed, this is the African time whereby the youth, they need to wake up in their slumber and start embracing our beloved motherland continent, Africa. So let us know how best we could be of your help. And I'll connect you to one of the guys who is the university students president in Liberia. So he connected us right away. We talked to this guy. We did the documentation. Right now we have African Time Liberia chapter in Liberia. And we also have African Time India chapter where we are based. So we of us, we are part of African Time India chapter. You can just celebrate yourself. Thank you for being a part of it. And we also did our launch and documentations, and everything is done. We do have African Time Malawi chapter, and they are already at every university there. And the love is so amazing. And African Time Malawi chapter, thank you so much for your love. And let's wave to African Time Malawi chapter. You can just wave them. They are watching you live. We are live right now. They are watching you. Thank you so much for your support. It's amazing. And let's keep taking over the world. And also we've been engaged and done our documentation with Zambia. We do also have African Time Zambia chapter. We are also working with the team in Lesotho. And we also got an office in Zimbabwe. Sazulu, thank you. This guy has given us in Harare. So if you go to Harare, you are an African Time member. You do have office in Zimbabwe. So thank you so much. May God bless you. So we have a target that in the next 14 days we have representative from each and every African nation, as well as here in India and every state. And I got inspired some days ago. I was talking to my sister. She's studying in Italy. She was like, man, you didn't tell me that we are working on something. I just watched this randomly. But we really loved the idea. I've sent it to a lot of my friends. Some of them, they're studying in Portugal, Lisbon, and we are ready to support you guys. You let us know how best can we support you guys. These guys have been supporting, and soon we'll be traveling with some people to these places. So let's celebrate those people for the support. And African time is for everyone, as well as you are an African. This is the thing for us to work and to do together. Right? So at the end, we're gonna get people from different universities, different states. You are a leader, whatever that you are. And at that place, you have to start your own African time chapter. And we have the documentation and structure on how we've been doing it. So we are doing it, we're providing leadership, trainings, coaching, mentorship online from these different chapters. So whatever, where you are, where you are, and we are having our next stop, as I said, that we'll be going to each and every university, every state, every nation, every continent, and every country. Hopefully we've heard what African time is all about. So I'll just go quickly on something as I wrap up. Then we're gonna have a question and answers section. Is that okay? Thank you. So, what provokes me most is the question that walks in my mind. To say, as Africans, are we really free? As Africans, are we really free? Oh yes, we got our independence, we got our flags, we have got our national teams, we have got our national anthems. Yes, we have got our president, but as Africans, are we really free? I want to hear your answer. Are we really free? So all these things that I was explaining, this is just a part. This is just a part of freedom, but we have unfinished business. We have unfinished business that it has to be done in our lifetime. That is economic independence. We are not yet stabilized or decolonized our economic structure, which has designed and purposefully to put us on the bottom of that economic hierarchy. So that's unfinished business that we do have. And this unfinished business, it requires the strength, the solidarity, and togetherness of us Africans. And that can only be done if we collaborate, as I said already, in economic structures. So, what are the things that colonial economic structure that was imposed on us was designed to this state? The first thing, Africa has been designed to be the supplier of raw materials. So you find out that it's us who always supplying raw materials into other continents and then later selling us after processing it. That was structured and designed to be that way. The second thing is that we were designed and structured strategically that we should only be the consumers of absolute technology assembly manufacturing. So the first thing we find that we are consumers of technology industrialization. We don't make another things of our own. We keep on consuming things from outside. This is structured and designed by colonialism. So what are the symptoms of this cause, or what has contributed and what has made us to be where we are? There are three things. The first thing we see that we have food deficit. We do have food deficit, whereby we find that we cannot feed ourselves as Africa. We have food deficit. And the second thing, we do have energy